Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Nyjah, and in today's video we are going to be talking about how I got this super sleek graphic liner look. So about how I've come to own my confidence and certain situations in my life I've had to go through in order to claim and stand strong in my confidence. Because child, it was a moment. Let me just say that. As well as things I've learned along the way in the first half of my 20s that I wish I could have told myself when I was 18, 19 years old, and when I was at my lowest point in confidence. So yes, if you want to see how I get this makeup look and you want to have a juicy conversation, then just keep watching. Before I get started on today's makeup look, I do need to be real with you. And I don't know if you could tell, but I'm not a makeup artist. I'm a makeup enthusiast. As much as I love going into Sephora and getting new things and trying new things and looking at makeup artists online and being inspired by them, if I were to say I were a makeup artist, I would be telling everyone that I am absolutely terrible at makeup, because what I create on my face, I can't copy and paste onto someone's face. But if I say I'm a makeup enthusiast, then that is allowing me to be pretty good, if not really good, at makeup. Another thing that I did want to add is I've realized that I am terrible at quoting the price of a product and giving a description of it, so I will get better at that. The sad part is I noticed that while I'm editing the video and exporting the video, and I still upload it. A part of me doesn't care, but a part of me cares, because I want to be the beauty guru that is on top of things, especially in a new year. What am I doing? Okay, I'm going to get better at quoting the prices. With all of that being said, I did want to mention, although I love Sephora, I don't think it's sustainable or in my best interest to be buying new Sephora products all the time, especially during these trying times. I'll be adding slowly to my collection, which is what I've been doing this whole time, but I'm just gonna tell you in case you didn't know. Basically, I'm here on YouTube so we can vibe and we can have a good conversation. I'll show you the things I like to wear, the way I like to do my makeup, and if you vibe with it, then you can find out the ways that I do it and methods I use to do it. But other than that, it is just chill and good vibes only. Whatever resonates with you, take with you. Whatever doesn't, you can leave that behind. I've seen a couple of these videos online and I do find them really entertaining. Mainly because it's so nice to see people thrive in who they really are and live their truth. And I do feel confidence is a lifelong journey, so I don't want to put off this impression that I've reached my peak max confidence level and I'm good to go, because it's going to be a lifelong thing. And I also believe that confidence comes in stages, and each stage is completely different, and the older you get, the more profound it may become. Now, confidence is a really tricky topic because you'll always have people preaching and telling you, be confident, love the skin you're in, be who you are. And then you'll have a group of people, if not the same people, who are telling you and preaching to the choir to be confident, that you are egotistical or you're cocky or you're arrogant as soon as you start to gain confidence. And yes, sometimes when people start to gain confidence, they go down that route. But there are the people who gain confidence and start to feel proud of who they are. And then you have these hecklers who told them to be confident, that that's not the right type of confidence. So it does become a really tricky topic, because it's kind of damned if I do, damned if I don't. I'm always gonna be the type of person to just, damned if you do it. Make them mad, let them stay mad. They told you in the first place.
Bye-bye, your problem is solved. Carry on.
Another thing I found when talking about the topic of confidence is we're always taught to do these weird strategies that, yes, they can work sometimes, but sometimes is it worth really doing it? You'll be taught something like stand in a power pose for 20 minutes every day. Ain't nobody got time for that. You think I want to wake up every single day and stand in a power pose in front of the mirror? I think we should talk more about the uncomfortable topics of how to own your confidence, such as your friend group. Your friend group can seriously make or break your confidence, because you're hanging around these people a significant amount of time and you care about these people. You might care about what they think or what they say. And having a good quality friend group, it will do wonders. When it comes to friend groups and confidence, I had to learn the hard way. I guess that's just the life I had to live. So a little bit of backstory. Growing up, I was the only black girl in my friend group. I was also the only black girl in my class majority of my school year, probably about 13 out of the, how many years did I spend in school? 17? Yeah, about 13 of the 17 years, I was the only black kid in my class. And then on top of that, I lived in a predominantly white neighborhood. In junior high and high school, I decided to associate myself with a group of people who would equate confidence to absolute nonsense. For example, my specific friend group, all of their confidence came from the validation of boys. Yes, boys and not men. You know exactly where I'm going with this, and if you don't, I will further explain. Basically, their confidence came from how many guys they kissed, how many guys they were dating, who they were seeing at the time, if guys called them pretty or not. They would hang out with guys who thought I was pretty for a black girl, or ugly, it doesn't really matter. And they would want me to come to these things and these parties. I was being put in situations where I was commonly misunderstood. And misunderstood to the point where every time I spoke, and you've heard me speak, I say things like sis, boo, boo thang. I say it without even realizing I'm saying it. And to be stopped in my sentence and be called ghetto for it, or too black, it hurt my feelings so much because it was letting me know not only are you pretty for a black girl, the way you speak is unattractive. That's the main thing. They wanted to let me know I was unattractive. And I remember I would bring up certain conversations and say, you know what? This isn't for me. I don't want to be here. I think we should go. But then I got looked at as bitter or a hater because I didn't want to be around all these boys. And the reason Nyjah doesn't want to be around all these boys is because she doesn't get any attention. It was going right over their head that I felt genuinely uncomfortable in this atmosphere or in this environment. And that's why having good friends is so important. When I was 19 years old, I realized the reason I'm lacking so much confidence is because of the people I'm hanging out with. I was put into a situation where me and the other girls I was with, they liked these guys, and these guys deliberately said they don't like black people. I already knew none of them are gonna think I'm pretty. Now when I think about it, like, who cares if they thought you were pretty? My friend at the time, she wanted to date this guy so badly that she didn't care about anything he had to say. She would say things like, it's not him, but it's his two best friends. I swear it's not him. I thought I was crazy. I would think to myself, okay, Nyjah, maybe you're just acting up. Maybe you are bitter like they say. Maybe you are jealous like they say. Maybe you are only pretty for a black girl. Who knows? Right when I met these people, I knew for a fact I wasn't gonna stay friends with these girls much longer. And it didn't take much longer. But I put so much emphasis on the time that I've known these girls. As soon as I dropped these girls, I thrived. And this was in a matter of days. In a week, I noticed right before my eyes, my mood was better, my mentality was better, I was looking way better. And I started to realize that the guys that they were around were guys that I wasn't even attracted to in the first place, but guys that are honestly a waste of space. Once these girls were in relationships with them, or once these girls were hanging out with them, these guys didn't even care about them. And it was making me internalize a lot of things about the people that I grew up with, and I knew that was wrong. I didn't want to be someone who felt I couldn't be in situations or have friends that are white. And I know that this is a common reality for a lot of young black girls, so that's why I wanted to put that out there, because even if you're in that position right now, drop those friends and thrive, baby girl. You will find friends of all ethnicities who are fire and who support you and who are funny AF. I quickly wanted to mention the eye primer that I'm using. I just picked this up. This is the Milani eyeshadow primer, and I got this from Rexall for $13. Not with tax, but $13. In between. I told you I'm getting better at it. Anyways, what I was saying is your friends matter so much. Hang out with people who you are inspired by. Other than that, you can leave the rest. And to be inspirational, to each their own. You could be someone who takes a bunch of photos and you can be inspirational. You can be someone who does public speaking and be inspirational. But find friend groups where it is a ball of inspiration and a ball of collaboration and collectiveness, and you guys support each other and you love each other. I'll be using the James Charles palette for my eyeshadow look. For my base, I'm using these two colors right here. I know this is called Punch Me. I have no clue what this is called. He didn't put any of the names on the back, so I guess it is what it is. Now, going back to what I was saying about people associating confidence with really dumb things, I did that, but I didn't do it with boys. I did it with makeup and eyeliner specifically. I had a moment when I was in grade 9, so how was that, like 15 years old, all the way until I was 19, I could not leave the house without having a winged eyeliner look. Is it ridiculous? Absolutely. Did I genuinely believe that's what I needed to be confident and to be feeling like a baddie? Yeah. But it was funny because as soon as I turned, I believe it was 20 or so, I ended up meeting this guy who thought that if a girl wears makeup, she's really insecure. That was his thing. He was like, okay, well, if she's wearing makeup, she doesn't even think she's pretty in the first place. And my dumbass, you already know, I was like, I'm gonna give up eyeliner. The moral of this story is take everything that men say with a grain of salt. Talking to this guy made me give up my entire eyeliner experience, which was a blessing and a curse. I had a lot of work to be done clearly when I was 19 and 20, but a lot of heterosexual females do. Anyways, enough about that man and enough about that situation. That is a different story for another day. I wanted to go back into my James Charles mini palette, and for my graphic liner eyeshadow look, I'll be using these 3 shades right here. Sorry, not these 3. These 3. And then I will also be using this nice, beautiful tangerine orange. I take these 2 right here. Then I make a really soft winged liner, but I'm only doing it at the tail. Don't mind my nails, you know, trying times. So you have the wing here. The line is not sharp, but that's okay. We will go in and we will sharpen that up. After I have that completed, I'm taking my Maybelline New York Masterpiece All Day Liquid Liner. I create a small little flick. It does not have to be perfect. Mind you, I will give a quick review on this. Because it's felt tip, if I don't slightly pull my eye, it starts to drag and then it leaves gaps in between the line. Then I'm drawing a very thin line across my lash line. See where my crease is, and you see this little line right there? When she says she's not a makeup artist, but she's going in depth, who is she? Stop, Nyjah. I'm just playing. Now you can go back in with your orange or whichever color you want to go in with. I've seen this done with pink, that's really cute. But I want to do something a little bit more wearable, especially for people who live a more everyday life. Not everyone wants to run around wearing pink. Now I can go in with the orange that is a bit brighter and start adding to that flick. As you can see, the liner is going to get covered, but I'm going back in with more liner, and this time I'm going to use a gel liner rather than a liquid liner because gel liner goes on so smooth. Now taking the Maybelline New York Lasting Drama Gel Liner. This liner is the liner that I used when I was in high school, and I'm not even gonna lie, this is a staple in the makeup bag. If you wanna use any liner looks or you want to use a really smooth gel liner, this is the one that I would go to. With this eyeliner, you have to hold it in awkward positions to get a thin line, but with the Maybelline gel liner, it comes with a little brush and it's bent, so you can just twist it in the position you want it. So with this light banana shade and a bit of that orange, Very last step of this eye look is to add a bit of bronzer on my lash line, but only to the outer corner. I'm going to move on to some mascara. I'm using the Colossal Volume Express by Maybelline New York. Wow, look at this. Back to talking about how I gain my confidence. Something that I do is I don't talk down to myself. You're not gonna hear me say, I'm so ugly, I just need to go sit in a trash can. Being kind to yourself and being compassionate to yourself is really important, because being compassionate to yourself could mean allowing yourself to have rest, not always overworking yourself. That's a way to gain confidence, because you're giving yourself that time to sit and think through it and work through it and be happy with your outcome, rather than telling yourself, I'm a stupid, lazy loser who just needs to get it done. So you go and you just get it done, but in that entire time you're doing it, you're thinking in the back of your head, I'm a stupid, lazy loser. So don't talk down to yourself. Know that you are doing the best of your abilities, and the best of your abilities are amazing. I'm using one more mascara, and this is the Lash Sensational Full Fan Effect by Maybelline New York. This was not planned, but thank you, Maybelline, for being here during this topic of confidence. This mascara parts your lashes in a way that the others don't. And I've tried quite a few Sephora mascaras, but this drugstore mascara, forever and ever and ever and ever. Thank you. A little bit of brown liner. We have slayed the makeup eyeliner look for today, and that's what I wanted to share with you for my journey on confidence, and just the things I've had to realize, the things I would have told my younger self, the things I hope people watching this, if you are younger, some things you can pick up on so you don't have to experience having a friend group that doesn't support you, or you don't have to experience being with a guy who's equating confidence to really dumb things like makeup, or being someone like me who did the same thing to some extent. You need to be someone who embraces who you are, embrace all the extra, embrace all the shyness, embrace all of the craziness, the wildness. No matter what, you being you is going to rub some people the wrong way, and it's also going to bring people who are like-minded to you, and you are going to find your real friends. You are going to find people who love you and who flourish with you and who support you. So the best advice I can give you is that being confident is truly an art of not giving a f. If you ever feel like you're not supported, just know that there are people out there like me who don't even know you who will support you for who you are. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed the topic and the makeup look, and I hope to see you in my next video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I always say comment and then no one comments. It's rude, but that's okay. I know you're commenting in your head, and that's all that matters.